Hey guys, it's been a while since the last time we did this thing. You might notice a change of scenery. Since the last time we spoke, which was a very long time ago, I have gone to college. I have a ton of exciting stories about my exploits and adventures in trying to achieve a higher education. But I thought I'd start with something a little bit more relevant to YouTube since we're just getting back into this thing. So my friend Dean, you can find his channel over here. He had this idea to make another YouTube convention like VidCon or Playlist Live right here in Boston. We talked about it a bunch and I really want to help him out. So we kind of came up with this plan to try to contact Hank Green to get some advice on how to just go about doing this, because really neither of us know. Apparently one of the RAs in one of the other dormitories actually knows Hank Green, and she apparently lived with Charlie McDonnell. Charlie Is So Cool Like over the summer, which I'm not quite sure if that's true, but if it is, that's really cool. So Dean and I are gonna try to ask her and enlist her help, and especially in getting us in contact with Hank. But anyway, I'm telling you guys this not only because it's a super cool idea, I'm telling you guys this because a couple nights ago I had this really weird dream that was related to all this. So, as it happens, in my dream, John Green was having a birthday party. And it kind of looked like the backyard of one of my old houses, but yeah. So we were all sitting down at this really long table and it was outdoors, and John Green was sitting right next to me because he was the birthday boy and he was gonna cut the cake, and the cake was right there, and it was a huge cake and it must have been triple flavors. It was chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. And I just remember being really glad that I didn't get a chocolate piece because all the people around me got chocolate pieces, including John. And I got a strawberry piece because I'm not a fan of chocolate ice cream. Sorry. Anyway, after we were done eating cake, John got up and went to go do some, birthday stuff. And Hank Green, plopped himself right in the chair next to me where where John was sitting, sorry. I was like, oh, hey, Hank. And then I started explaining to him what Dean and I were doing, or were going to attempt to do. And I was like, do you have any advice? And he was like, yeah, of course I do. And he was like, two things that you need to make a convention is a publicist and a colorist. Now, I can understand a publicist, right? But a colorist. And at this point in the dream, I must have been looking really confused because Hank, he saw that I was looking confused, and so he went on to explain what a colorist was. He's like, the colorist is the person who picks out all the colors for your posters and your wallpaper and your they paint the scene of your convention. And obviously, if we're thinking about it, that's not all too important, or that's not a real job. I don't know, who knows. But, so that just really stood out to me because that's what I dreamt about, and Hank was like, publicist, colorist. If you have those, you're good. Dang it, Hank! I'm planning a convention, not a wedding. And as of now, we have still not come up with a good name. So, if you can think of what would be a good name for a YouTube convention in Boston, Massachusetts, then you should totally comment below. Alright guys, it's been great doing this again, and yes, goodbye.